Hi everyone, so today I have kind of like a little bonus video. I've already done all my reviews for the HSN Craft Day coming up for Diamond Press items, but in some of the videos, and I don't think I've even released it yet because I don't know what's going on right now. I have the links for you guys for HSN, but not the kind that are embedded in the video that YouTube does because they're kind of hidden, but I have them, so I'm able to link them in the description box for you guys. So I do have one video where I kind of try all the new things they've brought out, you know, all these adhesive papers and all these things, but I'm gonna save that one until I get the YouTube links, even though I have a different set of links down in the description box. It's still an affiliate link, but it's just a little different setup. And so I'm not gonna release that video yet, but in that video I did use the large dies to cut this out just to show you guys, you know, here it is. So I'm just gonna make a quick video using that and some of the stuff in my stash. So this kind of start from stash, but also, you know, with a large sentiment basically, is what we're looking at there. I might add in some little balloons or something from some of the other sets. A lot of celebratory sets this time around from Diamond Press, which is really fun. So, initially on some of these, they were sent free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and then like I said, I'll have the affiliate links down in the description box for you guys. If you were to use those, it means I make a small commission, and I super appreciate it because that's what keeps the channel going, guys. This is my work. So I think I'm gonna do a 5x7 because I haven't really done 5x7s, or I don't really do them too often. And I brought this guy out. This is a Martha Stewart punch. Oh yeah, it closes up. I forgot about that. And I actually have the corner punch that goes with it too, to bring it around the corner if you want to do that. But I thought the little cupcakes would be really cute with the happy birthday stuff and just layering up some things. So I have a 5x7 card here. If you're making your own, you're going to want that 10x7 scored at 5 inches, or you stick two pieces of cardstock together to make like a tent fold, because unless you have, you know, 14-inch paper, I don't know, or something bigger than that. But anyhow, so I'm going to take that, and I want to make some layers. Oh, this is so cute. Again, this everyday paper, I believe, is still available there on HSN, so I will link that. I do have a link that kind of goes in the video for that, but because it's been out for a while. Oh, hold on. I love the print on this, like the words, but I do like this soft pink to go with this little light blue. But it's also going to be kind of in the background, so I don't really need a lot of it. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put another layer, and then maybe we'll see if there's going to be a third layer of paper. This is cute. Hold on, how deep is this? Okay, definitely have to be this way. And like I said, not a lot of this is going to be showing, so let's cut this to 2 by... Well, let's do the 2 inches, because you know, I can matte layer the whole background, but you know, you're just gonna waste paper. So let's say 2 inches, like I said, by 6 7/8, which unfortunately this thing cuts off at 6 inches, just over that. So I'm gonna have to bring out my other trimmer here and bring out the arm, because I don't know how big this paper is. I don't want to do the math. So 6 7/8. Oh, hold on, moved on me. And while this is out, I suppose, well, let's make up some different numbers. So we have that. I do want to top it with some white cardstock, and I have a piece here. Perfect. Because it's been cut. Sometimes I'll cut into paper and it, you know, it looks straight, but it really isn't because I cut it with a scissor. I'll start with this side. And this piece I am going to bring it across because it's just white paper, so I don't care too much. If the card is 5x7 and I have this 2-inch piece, 4 inches, and trim some away. Let's do 3 3/4. No, let's do 4. Let's do 4 inches, and if I need to trim that down, I will. By 6 7/8. And I might still do another matte layer on top of this, but for now, this is what I know. So I'm gonna put this to the side. And I'm going to take this guy. And just starting in the center. You know, white paper is so stark. Maybe I should have gone with like a fun color, but oh well, I went with white. And oh, I hope they didn't move too much on me, please. This paper is really thick, and I totally moved it. So let me see if I can get this punched through. It is an older punch. I might have to go to a thinner paper. Oh my gosh, this is like... It's finally getting there. You know what? It's those little tiny pieces. It's not going to want to play. Okay. Oh, look at that. All right. Well, I am going to see if I can find thinner paper, which is kind of a bummer. Yeah, see, that worked. Huh. Okay, let me go find thinner white paper, which honestly I probably don't even have because I like thick paper. I'll be right back. So I brought out a purple piece of cardstock. Again, it's kind of thick. Let's see. Let's try it on this scrap before I move on. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, it's got some, it's those little tiny bits. So I might have to work at this if it even goes through. Ah! Yeah, no, still don't want to do it. Still doesn't want to do it. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, let me go look for something that's even thinner. I will be right back. That's crazy. Found this piece of scrap paper, and honestly, it's pretty thin, right? I might have to layer something else on top of it. Let's see. Okay, that sounds better already. I might be able to punch through a couple times, like once I get it. Okay, that sounds better. The other one, once I tear it out, it just pops and it's no problem. It's these little tiny guys right here. Let me see what this looks like. Shouldn't really stick my fingers in there. All right, we're gonna struggle with this a little bit. Then we're gonna get through it, guys. Let's see. Look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna struggle with this, I can tell, but I'm gonna keep working with it. So what you do with these guys is you line it up with the next set, and then you line it up on the other side in the other direction. So here, see, I line it up with those four, and then I punch there. And I know people are gonna give me the tip to cut through foil. That has never worked for me, guys. So, I mean, you can definitely try. I'm just gonna work with it like I did right now. Basically hold this, get rid of the scrap that's in the back. For some reason that bothers things. This piece right here, I'm gonna pick it out and then just keep punching. On the opposite side, you do the same thing, just line it up where it covers, you know, let's see how that's like perfectly inlaid in that design, and then keep punching. Yeah, I just feel like it's too much, what's the word? Like tension, like since the paper is there and it's like pushing into it, so once you get rid of a couple of the little bits, it just goes through. So weird. Of course I said that, now it's punching like a dream. So weird. I think that's enough for this. Let me see, actually I might have to punch that one at the end. Yeah, I have to do one more little fake one over here. And then we'll be good to go. I'll trim this down to 6 7/8, okay? I'll be right back. Kind of silly, but if I just cut off from one side, then, you know, one's gonna look imperfect, the other side's gonna be perfect, because that's just how it turned out here. So I'm cutting off a little bit of one side and then going to the 6 7/8 to make it kind of two imperfect ones, one at the top, one at the bottom, okay? That was much more difficult than I had envisioned. All right, we're gonna have that, and then we're gonna have this, and then I guess we'll cover that up, even though my plan was to let this white go all the way across, but that's all right. Okay, and then we're gonna cover this with something else. And we have a happy birthday. That's very cute. I mean, that white would have been cute the whole way. But, oh, this is the other thing. Do you want to cut a piece of cardstock that these little white cupcakes just pop out from behind? I think that's probably the best use of this paper. So let's think about that. I'm going to cut down a piece of cardstock that coordinates with this and goes with all that. And let's see if we can find one that you can still see, right? I don't want this to get lost in the design. The dots are cute. That might work. I mean, this one's cute, but again, it just kind of blends in already. That's also cute. This paper, I love this paper. I know we have dots in the background, but why not more dots? That's fine. So I'm gonna cut this down to, I like the way this looks. Let's put this in a corner where I can see kind of where we're at. If this is here and this is here, let's go ahead and stick this guy down. Again, this one is 2 by like 6 7/8. I like 1/8 inch matte layers, but if that's too tiny for you, you like them bigger, then make bigger ones, right? Okay. And so we have 1 inch from here. Let's say we put this guy here. And it shows about an inch. Okay, so then maybe our cardstock needs to be, it would be 4 inches, but we have that 1/8 here, so 3 7/8 by 6 7/8, and I'll be right back. This guy. So let's put these 2 pieces together. Should cut a little bit off that side, but that's right. All right. Just line that up. Cute. Oh, this matches too. Again, all those papers that Diamond Press puts out are always really well coordinated. Like, to me, like, those went together really well, but, you know, I'm doing something different with the cupcakes. And hopefully this does not stick down quite yet. Cute. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. And I didn't put any glue behind these guys. It looks very cute. I mean, that would be really nice just like that. I was planning on doing balloons. Oh, I didn't even show you guys the set. Basically, it came from the set. But again, just a large sentiment. I have candles, I have balloons. What do I want to do? Balloons would be the easiest, I think. Just a couple kind of in here. Should we do 3? 3 balloons. Ooh, this is from the lantern set, guys. You haven't seen this yet. Well, at least not for me. I will release that video shortly, guys. Quite shortly. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna cut a few strings and a few balloons and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's get some of these guys going. So I'm just gonna put the strings on. I might cut them down, but I have a couple purples and a beautiful pink. I switched out that little lid from this guy because it was running out to this one. And hopefully that'll work. If you watch my videos, you know that this thing keeps stopping up on me. A lot of times I take off the whole tip and then wash it out, and that works, but it works for a little while. And so it's cute. This is supposed to be in the front, but you can barely see that little piece, but that's all right. Okay, I'll do the same with all the balloons and I'll be right back. Okay, so with these guys, maybe this darker one can go kind of back here. Cute. That way you still kind of see them. I was going to put this one down lower, so let me cut this. We'll just cut it, and wherever that is, that'll work. All right, and I'm just sticking them down, but of course if you want to put some dimensionals behind any of this, that'll work. And this little guy here. Cute. I love the colors, really soft. I've been working with a lot of these soft colors recently. If this wasn't going in an envelope, I would definitely have it kind of coming off the top there. I guess I should bring it over a little bit different than this guy's trajectory, right? And then this guy. Boop. Something like that. Cute. And then again, this is just adhesive paper, cardstock. But thank you for being patient with the links and whatever it was. Like I said, I had the links for a while, and I don't know why HSense keeping them kind of hidden in a way. But I have them I have them there for you guys. And down in the description box. Okay. That is really cute. Okay, before I stick anything down, I'm just kind of looking to see where this is, what is lined up, like what would be straight. That looks pretty good to me. I'm kind of eyeballing not just the center of this area, but the card, so maybe I should keep it more over here, huh? Okay, that's kind of, well, I don't know. I kind of liked it more over this way, to be honest. I think that looks good. So I'm just going to do center of card more than anything. I like the way that looks, especially with the balloons and everything. I think it looks cute. And maybe a little higher up. Maybe here. Okay, that looks good. All right, there we go. All right, guys, just a fun card again. Kind of start from stashes as far as like if you have, you know, your little icon kind of die cuts, you have a large sentiment, and then a fun border, and make those can be border dies. Excuse me, my goodness, or whatever it is. But that is really, really cute. I love the way that came out, and a 5x7. So there you go. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I need to use these punches more often. Obviously, they're use it or lose it kind of thing, I guess, because that was really rickety, like just so tight. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will have images come up. I'll have links as appropriate in the description box, possibly embedded in the video, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.